Hi everybody, this is not going to be a normal sort of video from me. This is just me expressing to you guys something that I think would be really great for you guys to get involved in. I'm quite new myself to this whole Kickstarter thing. I mean, for starters, I live in Australia, so I live, on the opposite side of the world where all this stuff is going on. But I think it's a fantastic idea, and I see why everybody is getting so worked up about it, especially in the realm of board games. It gives these smaller companies a fantastic way to, I suppose, build a groundswell, get the money, be able to push through a first edition of a game that otherwise might not be able to get through the process of getting a developer and getting it published and all that kind of stuff. So the game that I am particularly excited about right now is a little game that came out in 2012, and everybody raved about it. There's a really glowing review from Tom Vassell, and there's also one from Undead Viking if you get the chance to have a look at them. And it's a little game called Coup. It's a little card game, really simple card game where you essentially have two cards face down in front of you, playing against I think 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other players. And you have two cards face down in front of you, and you're essentially bluffing about what cards you have. Anybody can challenge you at any time as to whether you actually have the cards, and there's different characters that you have that give you different powers. If you're proven that you have been bluffing, then you're penalised. If you are proven to be not bluffing, and then the person who challenges you is penalised. It's quite simple, very quick game. Only goes for apparently about 15 minutes or so. But the glowing reviews that I've read about it and watched videos about and heard about, and there's a lot of talk on Board Game Geek about it, got me really excited about it, and then I just couldn't find it. It was impossible to get hold of, especially over here. It just never made it over here. So imagine my delight when I find out that Indie Boards and Cards is actually kickstarting a project to get this game reprinted. So, that's fantastic. So you've got my money already, sold. However, you may recognise Indie Boards and Cards as the company that produces the Resistance and the Resistance Avalon. Now, if you're not familiar with these games, I really strongly suggest you head over to Shut Up and Sit Down's website, which I'll link below, and read they just rave about it all the time. They say it's a fantastic game, and everybody else as well. All the other people online, if you do some research and look into it, you'll find out that it is a fantastic party game where there's spies and members of a resistance movement, and you're trying to successfully go on missions, and the spies are trying to sabotage the missions, but they're also trying to keep their identities hidden. It's fantastic. I mean, originally it was just a print and play game that you could play with a regular deck of cards, but Indie Board and Cards have given it proper production values and given it its own cards and fantastic, amazing artwork and all of that. So they're doing Coup in the same theme as the original Resistance, and if you have a look at the Kickstarter page, which I'll also link below, just amazing artwork, incredible, and if you back at a certain level, not only do you get yourself a copy of Coup, the Resistance, but you can also choose to get yourself a copy of the first Resistance or the Resistance Avalon. So the first one is this dystopian future themed one, and Avalon is themed around the Round Table and the Arthurian legend, with a few extra little tweaks on the gameplay of the original. So as a Kickstarter newbie myself, I saw this, I spoke to the wife, I was like, I have to get this. So I backed it, and I'm ridiculously excited about it. So if it's something you guys think you're interested in, I suggest you jump on as quickly as you can. There's, I think, 2 weeks left before it's backed, and it's already it's smashed its goal. So they're actually streaking towards some of the quite high stretch goals now, which will be fantastic. If they get to the 90,000 stretch goal, then you can play with 10 players. You can play Coup with 10 players, which is ridiculous. So that'd be amazing as a party game to play with that many people. So yeah, I don't want to. I've already rambled enough about it, but if it's something that you guys are interested in, I really suggest you get on Kickstarter and have a look at it. Coup the Resistance.